Hello, today I'd like to show you how to do the crisscross ribbing. So here you can see in cotton what it looks like, but I thought it was a lot of fun knit with the Bella Chenille. So there's just a couple little differences between the two yarns when you're working it up, just because the Bella Chenille, to make it more pronounced, needs a slight change to the pattern. So to work this, it's a multiple of 4 stitches plus a couple more for the edging, but you can see that in the instructions that go along with the video. Alright, so the first thing that you want to do is just before the set of 3 where the cross my heart happens, is knit in the back loop, and that just secures the extra strands that are going to be worked eventually. Here I'm going to insert the needle and double wrap the yarn. When I was working the chenille, I triple wrapped the yarn so that these loops were quite generous. Okay, so I double wrapped, then I'm going to knit one, then I'm going to double wrap, and then I'm going to knit in the back loop. And you just repeat that across. Double wrap, knit one, double wrap, knit in the back loop. To work the wrong side, I'm at the point where the crisscross happens. So I'm going to slip one of those double wrap stitches and drop the extra wrap. Purl one, slip and drop the extra wrap. Purl one through the back loop. Slip, drop the extra wrap. Purl one, slip, drop the extra wrap. Purl in the back loop. And you just repeat that across. Alright, to work the third row, we're back on the right side of the fabric, and we're going to work towards the criss-cross column. With this pattern, one of the crosses, or one of the crossovers, happens on the right side, and one of the crossovers happens on the wrong side row. So I'm just going to work my edge stitches. I'm going to knit in the back loop. Now I'm on the right side, and I'm going to make the first of the crisscrosses. So I'm at one of the extra long stitches. That was a double wrap. So I'm going to slip that stitch. In the middle stitch, I'm going to knit one, yarn forward for yarn over, and knit one again. So now I have 3 stitches worked into one. Then I'm going to pass that extra long stitch over top. There's my first crisscross. The second crisscross happens on the following row. So at the moment, just to hold it in place, I'm going to slip. Then I'm going to knit into the back loop of that stitch that comes in between the crisscross columns. So slip as if to purl, knit, yarn forward for a yarn over. That created 3 stitches out of 1. Pass this stitch over, slip the next one, knit in the back loop, and proceed to do that all the way across. For the 4th row, on the return row, I have to finish the crisscross. So this is my extra long stitch from the double wrap 2 rows back, so I'm going to slip that. In these 3, I'm going to purl one, return the yarn to the back, knit one, bring the yarn back to the front, and purl one. Then I'm going to go over to the 4th stitch on the right hand needle and pass it over those 3 stitches. That's the second half of the crisscross. Then I purl in the back loop of that strand. So once again, I slip, purl one, knit one, purl one, Pass the 4th stitch over the first 3, purl in the back loop. And that creates the second crisscross, which gives this nice wrapped column effect.